Good afternoon. Welcome back. It is Thursday, January 26, 2023. We are on our next birthday series video here. We got one very important birthday that I don't have any cards of anyway. I'm sure maybe he's got some in non-sports or whatever, and I just don't have any available right at the moment. But born on this date in 1925, sadly he has passed away. Old Blue Eyes himself, Mr. Paul Newman. You might know Paul as a former co-owner of Newman Haas Racing in the IndyCar series. He also did have a brief foray into Winston Cup racing back in the 90s, early 90s, as a co-owner with Rick Hendrick in the number 18 Slim Fast car that Greg Sachs drove during that season. And then Paul was actually scheduled to drive or attempt to qualify for a Cup race back in 1987 at Watkins Glen, but unfortunately, a filming schedule and other obligations, he wasn't able to fulfill that. So Paul Newman never did get to make a Cup Series attempt. Born on this date, we do have one card of this gentleman. Born on this date in 1952, and again, I'm not real big on putting rookie cards in this video. I just want to, keep it base, insert, parallel, steer away from the specialty cards, which I kind of consider the rookie cards fall into that. But born on this date in 1952, former ARCA Series driver and very, very, very part-time Cup Series driver, Mr. Dave Pletcher. You see he ran 2 races there in 1987. He did run some ARCA races. And then, see here, what's that? J.C. Weaver. I was just wanting to see what the hat said, but he did drive car number 03 in the Cup Series. And our third and final birthday, double checking my list here, born on this date in 1976. So he's about 8 months older than me. Former Cup, Xfinity, and part-time ARCA Series competitor, Mr. Scott Wimmer. So we're going to just kind of, rapid fire, go through some of these. Of course, he spent the majority of his Cup career driving for Bill Davis, and you can see the cutouts on the back bumper to signify the yellow stripe as a rookie, because organically the car had a yellow bumper. So 2004 was his rookie year. He finished third in that year's Daytona 500 and then flipped in the next year's Daytona 500. Here's an 08 card where he was running a nationwide series for Richard Childress. So a lot of these cards are going to be the Cat car or the Holiday Inn car. And they're just going to kind of go back and forth between the two, as that was predominantly the two main rides that he had. Interesting story about Wimmer. I believe it was 2001, the Fall Atlanta race. I'll have to go back and double check. But he was scheduled to run the ARCA race for Bill Davis. And ARCA qualifying was rained out. So, as the rest of the story is, and there's an unpunched card. People like those punched. Some people like them unpunched. Doesn't matter to me if I try to do a set of one or the other, but I'm not working on it. Here's a cracked ice looking card, the 03 Stealth No Boundaries. We did a set review on that recently. Go check that out in the archives. There's a nice looking VIP. But as the story goes, ARCA qualifying was rained out, so the car was Cup legal. And Bill Davis said, well, let's just enter in the Cup race. And I believe he ended up leading 9 laps in that Cup race. And then that kind of got Bill Davis's attention and said, hey, why don't you come run my Busch car full time? Wanted to make sure that was Wimmer, not Kenny Wallace. And as they say, the rest is history. He ended up replacing Ward Burton in the Cat car near the end of 2003. Ward would go drive the Net Zero car for Gene Haas. License to drive. Nice looking. I like that set. It's a pretty nice looking set. Here's a base and a parallel of the 03 High Gear. And that was the Busch car that he ran. I believe he had 4 wins in 2003. He had a really, really good 2003 in the Busch series. I think he won like 4 out of the last 6 races or something. He just went crazy. And then, of course, like I said, he had that 4th place finish in the Daytona 500, or 3rd place finish behind Junior and Stewart. He had a couple more top 10s that year, and his 2005. This is our second stack, by the way. His and again, it's mostly duplicate cards. That's a nice card. I really like that one. It looks like a parallel. It might be. It's hard to say because I don't know my 04-05 cards that well. He is from Wisconsin, Wausau, same city as Dave Marcus. But yeah, his 2005 season kind of went south, and then he was replaced in the cat car by Dave Blaney. There's a good shot, the Dodge cat car. Of course, when Blaney took over, then the following season they went to Toyota. So yeah, I guess that other one was a parallel. I was working on this set at one time, and then I gave up on it, but it had all the rookie contenders of 2004. Pretty cool set. And then it looks like we got a bunch of press pass, some oddball hodgepodge stuff, and then like there's two of these that are punched. You've seen the one that was unpunched earlier. I think that's probably why I had it where it was at. I don't think I had that one in a top loader. Nonetheless, so we're going to end up with some VIP. VIP, always a high-end set back in the day. Looks like just another cat car. So once again, happy birthday to Mr. Paul Newman, Mr. Dave Pletcher, Mr. Scott Wimmer. Hope everyone has a great rest of your Thursday. Make sure you come back tomorrow. We'll definitely have something else to rip. Not sure what we're going to rip just yet, but I usually make that decision about 5 minutes before I hit the record button. So it's always a surprise to you and to me. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and come back and see us tomorrow. Thanks for watching.